I picked like the most bustling spot. Earlier this morning it was so chill. My name is Abominatrix and my pronouns are she, her, and you can find me on Instagram at Abominatrix. My roller skate story starts about 10 years ago, and I can give kind of a brief version. I personally found my first pair of roller skates at a thrift store, and I held on to them for about 2 years. I wasn't sure if it was something that I should be doing as like an adult, a woman, with all the responsibilities that I had with like my job and like my relationship at the time. It was really tough for me to see myself as a roller skater because I was constantly being reinforced that that was something that a grown person shouldn't be doing. That's a plaything, it's a toy, and it's something that is for children. And that kind of pressure really built up and came to a head when my work started getting really stressful and toxic. My relationship really wasn't going well, and it was in a very abusive state. And on top of that, my epilepsy had really escalated to a level that was hard for me to manage. There came a point where I was really laying around in bed, just feeling really terrible. My health was like out of control. My seizures frequencies were really high. And I just wanted to do something to reclaim my space and my body. And I looked across the room. For 2 years, the skates stayed in that same exact spot. So for 2 whole years, my skates stayed in the exact same spot because I was believing these ideas and these concepts that it wasn't for me and that I wasn't allowed to have it. And there just came a day where I decided that it was going to be for me. Whether or not I knew how to do it, I would figure it out. And I would find a way to make it happen because I wanted something for myself. I wanted to reclaim myself. I wanted to reclaim my spirit, my mind, and my body. So that's what brought me to roller skates. And ever since then, I've only fallen deeper into my spirit, my drive, my determination, and all the things that really make me who I am have only been amplified by skating. So roller skating helps me by giving me the opportunity to process, giving me the space and time to just be with myself and my own thoughts and energy. It also helps me by finding a way to transmute anything in my life, like whether it's like pain, discomfort, a voice that might be being like squashed down or told no or shoulda, coulda, woulda. All of that can get processed when I'm on my skates. It's the time for me to move through whatever it is I've got going on. And I can transmute that into something really creative and beautiful, and that's my power and gift on roller skates. It's shown me that I have a power and that I have a gift. And for me, I want to take that as far and long as I possibly can in my life. I don't know where exactly it'll take me, but I'm happy, and it gives me at least that. And that's how roller skating helps me. Where do I think roller skating will take me in the future? It's hard to say. It's really hard to say, to project that far away, but I hope that roller skating takes me into my 80s, into my 90s, and gives me continued strength and vitality. I hope that it's something that I can take and give to not only like my family members, but to the community at large. I want it to be a tool to help other people manifest the power within themselves. And my hope for skating in the future is that it's a boundless endeavor that people can not only get into to physically do and create, but maybe even for business and maybe even for innovation. You know what I mean? Skating can be anything in the future, and I want to be there, whatever form that it takes. I want to be right there in the front and fighting for anything that skating can make way for in the future. So it's a big question, but I'm willing to explore it and see where it takes me. I'm down to adventure and be a pioneer, and I'm just down for the journey. My interests outside of roller skating have a lot to do with comedy, have a lot to do with writing and creating with my partner, my husband, Paul, but also with my friends. I love just like hamming it up and having a good time. And I think being silly and leaning into the silliness is incredibly essential to being able to like live and let live. So outside of that, maybe painting. I like to paint and draw as well. What do I like doing? I love playing with my friends. I love skating. I love being silly. I love making people laugh. You can't see it, but I love that car that's passing by right now. It's gorgeous. All right, passions and goals. Passions and goals. Creating and spreading more joy. It's that simple, but it's also extremely complicated. That means that I'm constantly having to think and create and test and throw stuff away and try again, and rallying people together to share in that joy and passion with like creating funny skits with my friends, or getting people out of the box and skating or doing like a weird move. Like all of that brings me joy, and I hope spreads joy. And I also love teaching. That's one of my big goals in life, is to be a teacher and lead by not only just example, but try really hard to share any knowledge of technical or mechanical skills as possible, so that people can continue and teach themselves and then teach other people. It's a chain reaction. That's my goal. So now I challenge you to get in front of the camera, all shapes, sizes, and genders. It's time for you to share your roller story. Be sure to use hashtag roller story in the title and hashtag of your video. That way, me and any other skater can find you and share your story. Thank you for watching. I look forward to hearing your stories. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already.